good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Orchard Park. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media. And the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. The tight end Kincaid in motion. To the air is Bridgewater. He'll tuck it and take off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's Bridgewater. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Bills 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here is Penix. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Taken at the 19. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. 1st and 10, here's Bridgewater. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Bridgewater. That's taken in, Keon Coleman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Buffalo.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open.
Powering forward, he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown down of the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 4. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
We're going to go play action with Penix. Escaping to his left. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-0 is our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Third down and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. Penix on third down. Open man left side. He's got it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? Selling the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. He's got his tight end, Pretoriano. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action now with Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback to convert.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the gun, it's pass. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his... He just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, it would appear. Taking a risk on that 4th and 4, but they've got it by a full yard.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here, they leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up first and goal.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
On the ground, it's Algier. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Romo's kick is good. And the Falcons get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo. After this, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Bridgewater. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
He'll throw it left and has his running back, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing Bridgewater. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one gonna land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop, into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. To throw it on 1st and 10 is Bridgewater. Into the hands of Coleman. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Off the play fake, it's Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 3. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
He gets this complete to Shakir. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here's Bridgewater. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To the air is Bridgewater. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
That one taken in by London. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Atlanta.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and got a fresh set of downs.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here for Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Throwing is Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
They'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So a big one coming here for the kicker, John Parker Romo. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Johnson now to return. Uh-oh. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, Bridgewater. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Zach Harrison getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Buffalo.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. And you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. They'll throw it with Bridgewater. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd and 7. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
Best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
And it was tough to bring down. Good running across midfield, a gain of 8 that time. minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come up for 2nd and 2. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Forced out wide. Now he takes off.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
So step one is just get close enough that you have a shot to strike in the end zone. So that's a nice completion there on this 2-minute drive. But remember, Mike, they're kind of up against it. They need to finish this drive with a touchdown and get ready to go for the 2-point try. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
They'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here we go, 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Listen to this crowd. These guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. To throw is Penix. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion works. And we might be headed to overtime. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll run. And good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. It is 2nd and a yard. Throwing Bridgewater. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's first down. Bridgewater. In middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. So this might be one final heave to the end zone. Take their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So now, big spot for the veteran Greg Zerloff. This to win the game. That one off the right, upright, and in. It's good. Wow. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.